right, shalom, shalom.
So,
First and foremost, we're going to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Mafakadash. Double honors to the elder apostles, Great Millstone, who rule well. Salutation, much love to Yakim out there pushing out his word in truth and sincerity. Brothers from Great Millstone, Tampa, back with another lesson, Lord, so it was edifying to the hopeful elect. And we're just going to go in the spirit, but I got a couple articles I was looking into earlier today, and we're just gonna bring it out, bring it up. But hey, World War, or like you see the title of the video, nuclear destruction is inevitable. Okay, so you got here this website. This is Newsweek.com says Russia makes nuclear ultimatum to the U.S. So pretty much what they're saying is, if America tries to put any nuclear weapons in the NATO countries, that they're going to send, well, they are already doing it, but they're going to, Putin, he's going to send some ICBMs to Belarus. So I'll just read a little bit here. It says, Belarusian leader Alexander Lukashenko, a Putin ally, boasted in June about how territory in his country was hosting weapons that could be housed in a storage facility built by Moscow, which he has said it would retain control of the missiles. So, they probably already got these nuclear weapons in Belarus, and they will be sending them to other allies as well. Just like Ezekiel 38 says, or is it Ezekiel 39?
Yeah, Ezekiel 38. Right.
Being a guard unto them. But go ahead and get that real quick, because ultimately everything that you see going on right now with this whole Ukraine situation, and that's just, that's what they just put on the forefront. Of course, there's more going on, but it's all leading down to World War III. All right, and the nuclear destruction. And Salakia, before you read Joel, let me go to this real quick. This is you type in World War III, and this is what pops up. UFOs once took control of Russian ICBMs, nearly caused World War III. 21 hours ago, 1 day ago, UFO nearly caused World War III after taking over Ukraine base and aiming missiles at U.S. So that you got the angels playing games with these devils, having them freak out. Oh shit! They lose the ability to control the missiles. And then today they just had the UFO hearing, which I had shared it on the page, on the YouTube page. They're having a hearing talking about declassifying the UFOs, the UAPs. Well, here it is that they're taking control over missiles, activating them, deactivating them, so on and so forth. So ultimately, it's out of their hands what's going to control these missiles. The Lord's going to put his spirit on these missiles at the end of the day. But we know that, the mark of the beast is coming until it's global, mandated globally. We still got some time left, so to say, for people to repent. But the destruction is coming regardless. And then eventually people are going to be fighting in the Middle East. Something's going to go down very soon to have all these nations send troops, even more troops, to the Middle East. But go ahead, brother.
This is Joel chapter 3, starting at verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong.
And that's what these nations are saying now, because what they got the equalizer, which is the nuclear capabilities, the ICBMs. All right, whether they're buying them from America or Russia, these smaller nations now they have these, intercontinental ballistic missile capability. They look at Iran, North Korea. They over there flexing. They don't give a damn. But so that's them saying they're strong, man. Here it is. The Spirit of the movie came out, the Oppenheimer movie. That's what made America really the put the fear in all the other nations, when they drop them bombs. And now all the nations, damn near the top nations anyway, the top players, they all have this capability now. So that's why they got that saying, mutual assured destruction. So one nuclear missile flies, all them nuclear missiles are gonna fly. That's why nobody has used them yet, and that's why the angels are playing mind games with these devils. Taking over the ICBMs, or the missiles. Let me just click on this, see what it says here. It says UFOs nearly caused World War III. And we know that ultimately World War III is biblical, all right, Armageddon, pursuing the Revelation 16. But it's all on the time frame of the Lord. It's not what these devils gonna do, and that's why the chariots be playing mind games with these people, man, bugging them the hell out. It said the world came within moments of World War III because of UFOs. A pair of alien investigators have claimed. Jeremy Corbell and George Knapp recently wrote a letter to the United States Congress regarding the alleged incident in which they claimed the UFO caught the attention of Russian missile system based in Ukraine. It says that the pair's sworn testimony, which was obtained by Fox News, also claimed that Russian warplanes engaged with UFOs back in 1993. So this has been going on for a minute, all right. And now you got all these people coming out and speaking on it, so to say. And let me see if I can find that UFO hearing that's currently going on. I don't know if it's still going on, but it was going on earlier today. 6 days ago. Oh yeah, this is man, where's it at? I saw it was on YouTube, but let me see here. Tools. Here we go. Past 24 hours. Yeah, here it is. The hearing live. It's probably still going. Let's see. Yeah, it is. It's a hearing, the congressional hearing.
Oh yeah.
And I was watching it earlier. They bringing it out, man. They got pilots on here and telling them how sophisticated all this technology is. Oh, this is the actual one I was watching right here. Yeah, it's the same thing, but yeah, they out here bringing out the it says former USA officials claim government holds UFOs, which we know that's bullshit. They ain't got no damn crashed UFOs. This is in sci-fi movie. Ultimately the chariots of the Lord, okay, that's what they are biblically. They're not UFOs, they're not UAPs, unidentified. We've identified them, okay? They're the chariots of the Lord.
God.
But go ahead, bro. Just bringing this out because it's all tying into this World War III, because ultimately they're gonna have to fight against all these chariots. So go ahead, though.
I got a quick one for you, real quick, bro. Well, a few precepts for you. This is Zechariah chapter 5 and verse 2. And he said unto me, what seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits. Then said he unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off on this side according to it, and everyone that sweareth shall be cut off on that side according to it.
There you go, man. So the chariots of the Lord is a curse that's going to come upon this earth because they're going to bring death and destruction. And at the same time, we understand that they're going to bring salvation as well. Ultimately, the fathership, this Yahushua is going to be on. That's why in Revelation chapter 1 and 7 verse 7, it says that every eye shall see him. So the clouds, the skies are going to be filled with chariots. All right. Not only are it going to be the fathership, but there's going to be thousands and thousands of chariots zapping people, flying around the world, having the war in heaven. They're going to be shooting down the jets. That's why I say is Michael and his angels and Satan his angels. Esau he calls his the jets. He has a platoon. I think it's in the Navy. It said they're called. It's like a fighter jet program. They're called the Blue Angels. The scripture talk about Michael and his angels and Satan and his angels. So they're gonna fight in the air, and everybody's gonna see it. They're gonna see the return of the Lord, and that's gonna be in the midst of World War III. The missiles are gonna be shot off. All right, it's gonna be a hell of an ending to this movie.
That's
But
right.
again, it's gonna be a build up, which is it's already happening. It's not like it's coming. It's already it's taking place right now. It's only a matter of time before they make the mark of the beast globally implemented, and then all hell's out. Is going to be out the bag. Go ahead, over. You have more.
Con, this is Joel. Go back to Joel right now.
The fuck was that?
Con, Slucky. Somebody call him Slucky.
Oh, okay. The fuck, somebody screaming.
Yeah, Con, Slucky. You want me to go back to Joel 3, right?
Yeah, Con.
Joel chapter 3, and going back to verse 11, and it reads, "Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat." It says, "For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about." Oh, Slaki. I skipped verse 11. Slaki, bro. Joel chapter 3, verse 11. Con, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen.
Yep.
And gather yourselves.
That's why you got these different nations, gathering up in the Middle East. There ain't no Jakes with a military out there. They're part of the military, but there's no commanding, general that send them out there of an Israelite. But it's all these heathens. They're out there fighting for our land, right? Which is it's nothing new. This has been ongoing for thousands of years. Everybody always wants to fight for the Holy Land. They always trying to take our land for some reason. Now it's desolate. It's desolate because of the heathens out there and all the abominations. The Lord has decimated. That's supposed to be the Garden of Eden, right? But look, it's nothing but desert. The rivers are drying up. Nothing but abominations out there. But when we return in that land after it's cleansed, all right, with nuclear destruction as well out there in the Middle East, Israel for sure, 100%. Going to get hit with missiles. Well, after that, it's going to be a thriving ecosystem, right? It's going to be a Garden of Eden again, the paradise. Now let's go out there, you out there in the desert, But that's why you got all these nations gathering up, which is ultimately, which is going to get into it. That's the Lord's judgment is going to begin there, right?
That's right.
Go ahead, though.
Con, it says, "And gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord." Con, verse 12, "Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat. For there will
judgment." Yeah, Jehoshaphat means the Lord's judgment or Yahweh's judgment. All right, that's why I say he's the Lord's going to come from the east, roughly paraphrasing.
That's right. Yeah, it says, "For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get ye down, for the press is full, for the flats overflow, for the wickedness is great." Multitudes.
Yeah, the wickedness is great, man. So it's not just America, man. Yeah, America's the abomination, right, of the earth. But all these nations have taken of that cup. All these nations have drinking of this abomination. So they all have to go down with America. The Lord ain't having, he not excusing anybody from this, because all the nations have taken part in the downfall of Israel, right? And then when America came into power, they took it to a whole nother level, and that to the point where, they allow these heathens to come to America, set up shop tax free to kill you damn Israelites with their poison, whether it be liquor, the China shop, the hookah lounge, whatever the hell these heathens, the dogs that lick the wound, whatever the hell they're given or set up, it's to destroy you. So it's only right that the Lord's gathering all these heathens up for the final judgment, because they're all going to be fighting each other. Well, they think because they are, the elite state, they know what they're doing, but the average state people, the lower level luminaries, even they actually think they got next. We're gonna have fight this war. China, we're gonna beat us. No, man. First of all, They setting up a new world order, new world currency, one world currency. All that's gonna come screeching halt when the Lord returns. He's gonna put all that to an end, like the Book of Job says. In the sufficiency, he gonna be stopped, man. In the sufficiency, roughly paraphrasing, in the fullness of his sufficiency. That's how I go. Hey, while he's eating, that's when he's gonna be stopped. So these nations, they all come together because like Psalms 83. They were Confederate, yep. So yeah. Hey, they're still Confederate to this day, even though the elites, they make them fight each other, they fund these wars. But at the end of the day, they all working for the same people. They all go to the United Nations meetings, the summits. They all go to the World Economic Forums, the IMF conventions. So it's all bullshit anyway. So it's all a stage, and ultimately nuclear destruction is inevitable anyway, whether they want it or not. The Lord's gonna. They don't have to push the buttons. The Lord, like the reason I brought up those UFOs articles is because it doesn't matter. Nobody has to push the button. The chairs, the angels of the Lord are pushing for you. So it doesn't matter what the people want. This is what the Lord said.
That's right. I got something quick for you, bro. Psalm 83, verse 3 and verse 4. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. And as the brother is going into that crafty counsel, ultimately is the establishment of this MOTB. All right, the mark. Okay, and ultimately him establishing a fourth industrial revolution, which is like the brother said, is going to be destroyed. All right, that crafty counsel to get rid of the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American Indian is going to come to a halt at the return of our Lord and our Savior, Mashiach Yahushua, in the midst of your World War III, man. Verse 4, it says, they have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation. And that's what this is all about. All right, this is what everything is boiling down to. The Lord has revealed the hearts of you devil. All right, all you want to do is eradicate the nation of Israel from off the planet Earth, man. Whether it's putting drugs in their, in their neighborhoods, okay, chemicals in their food, their hair products, whatever. It's all to cut us off from being a nation of people, man. It says.
Real quick, and that's another thing that you just mentioned, putting the drugs in the neighborhood. There's been an alarming rate of trains just stopping in random cities. Like they're just stopping and block off the train tracks, so no people are stuck there for hours. And I'm wondering, like they showing all this thing in all the cities that it be in the hood, it be in where Jake be at. So why are these trains just stopping? You're just sitting there for hours and hours. Nobody can move. They stuck in traffic. I'm trying to figure. I'm starting to wonder what's inside of those trains that they just let them train. When the fuck you ever heard of that? But apparently there's been an uptick. There's been like 300 and some cases just this year of trains just sitting there in the middle of the. Come on, man. When have you ever seen that? You pulling up to the railroad crossing. The thing, the barriers come down, the lights flashing. You hear the noise, ding, 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 and then you watch the train go by, and that's it. But when the hell has a train just stopped right there? A long ass train just stops right there. Like, is somebody driving the train? So who knows what they got? And they probably got guns that just want people to steal it. We're not ignorant of Satan's devices. At the end of the day, we know what this devil's up to. Just like during these riots, or years ago, 3 years ago, when these riots were happening, they were just random bricks. They were just dropping off random bricks, pallets of bricks, by where they just happened to loot and started burning shit down. Even here in Tampa, they did it. There were just pallets of bricks just sitting next to the road. Like, what the hell? Come on, man. So that made me think, why is these trains just stopping? And they're not even reporting this on the mainstream media. It popped up on the local news, but they're not really reporting on this. Let me see if I can find it. Go ahead, though, brother.
Yeah, kind of finishing off Psalms 83 and verse 4. I'll read it back from the top again. It says, they have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. You got it right.
Go ahead, you got it.
And that's backing the brother up. That's what everything is boiling down to, man. Even your whole objective of distributing this CHIP globally. All right, and ushering in your new world order. All right, it's all aimed and chiefly and precisely at the elect of the nation of Israel, man, because those are the ones that are reserved to not bow the knee to this image. But see, that's why you have all these things getting ready to take place according to your man-made famine. All right, as the brother Ariel was going into last camp, you got all these things going on because you ultimately, your goal is to eradicate us from off the planet Earth, man. But the Lord is going to return, set you up in the midst of all these nations gathered in the valley of Yehoshaphat and destroy you devils, man. You see?
I found it. I just pulled this up. I'll put this up on the screen real quick. All right, so I just typed in train crossings blocked, and this is the New York Times. Blocked rail crossings snarl towns, but Congress won't act. There's another one I just looked at. It says miles long trains are blocking first responders when every minute counts. CSX cited 49 times for long train blockages in Chambersburg. Why are this is on WYFF? Why are trains stopped and blocking railroad crossings for hours to days in South Carolina? And I guarantee you, I'm willing to put my 5 cents, my $5, right? I guarantee you, if you look at what cities this is happening, it's in the hood, right?
Yeah.
It is blocked train crossings prompt frustration for area drivers. So this is going on nationwide. Federal preemption in railroad regulation before Supreme Court. Let's go to the second page. Railroad safety bill could decrease the number of blocked train crossings in Houston. Why is this happening? Rail cars disconnected. Okay, crossings blocked along. Come on, man. Why are all this? First, it was the factories just burning up randomly. Now trains are just stopping randomly and just stuck there for days, if not hours, days. Kansas receives $27 million to reduce train collisions and block crossings. Since when have you ever heard of trains blocking crossings, man? 400 railroad crossings will be upgraded or eliminated under new program. So what are they doing, man? They're doing this. There's something behind this. You know.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to bring that out.
Go back to Joel, bro.
I think that was it, pretty much. I got something though. I got Isaiah 13. I started at verse 4. It says, "The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. Yahweh host mustereth the host of the battle." All right, so this talking about the missiles, man. Ultimately, the host in this case is talking about the missiles. That's part of the Lord's army as well. Those are his weapons of his indignation. Verse 5, it says, "They come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even Yahweh, and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land." So there is no remedy for America. There is no way out. There's no negotiations. There's no peace talks. There's nothing that's going to stop the destruction of America. We just read it. They're going to come from a far land, from the ends of heaven, Yahweh, and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. So pursuing the Malachi chapter 4, verse 1, that day cometh that shall burn as an oven. That's that day this whole is going to destroy the whole land.
That's right.
Via these thermonuclear missiles that have been being stockpiled for almost 70 years at this point. You know, the Cold War. Let me see exactly when the Cold War started. I think it was in the 50s, if I'm not mistaken. Cold War. Well, officially, they're saying here because they saw like the filibuster and bunch of bullshit. Okay, so 1947. So at the end of right after World War II. Why? Because there was an arms race after that. Because of the atomic bombs that were dropped. At the same time, you watch that movie, The Oppenheimer. They show you that in there as well. But at the same time, America was trying to get nuclear capabilities. Guess what? Russia was doing it too. And at this point, Russia has surpassed America.
That's right.
That's why that's why they're over here invading people. They don't give a shit what America got to say anymore. What you gonna do? You're gonna keep funding Ukraine? Clearly that ain't working. But at this point, they're gonna have to do something. And again, this is just the beginning of World War III, because soon other nations are gonna have to get involved, right? NATO countries are gonna have to get involved. Something's gonna go down in the Middle East, which is still currently happening, right? Nobody really talks about the Middle East anymore because they're all focused on Ukraine, save Ukraine. Right. But there's still shit going down in the Middle East, China, Russia. It's still got interests out there, especially in Syria, okay, in Iran. But it's just gonna, keep escalating to a full-blown world war, and they're just gonna get to the point where they're gonna shoot the missiles that the Lord's gonna make them do it. And then the Lord's gonna return on that same day. The day the missiles are shut off will be the same day the Lord is here. So the Lord's gonna be fighting these devils. They're gonna shoot the missiles, the thermonuclear weapons. Lord's gonna be zapping people and bringing deliverance at the same time to the hopeful or to the elect.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I got a few scriptures for you, bro. This is Jeremiah 50, starting at verse 22.
Let me read one more verse in Isaiah 13.
Okay.
Actually, I'll read a couple more. Actually, yeah, a couple more verses, and then you got the verse Isaiah 13:7 says, also like it's verse 6. It says, "Howl ye, for the day of Yahweh is at hand; it shall come as a destruction from the Almighty." Right. So the day the day of the Lord is going to be when the missiles are coming to destroy America, and that's why the elect's got to be delivered because the place is going to be wiped out. Like we read, it's going to destroy the whole land. Verse 7, therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt, and they shall be afraid. Pangs and sorrow shall take hold of them. So it's going to be not only the men that are fighting the wars, but the average day person, man. It's not, you're going to be going through hell. Some people are going to be in these smart cities or whatever, 15-minute cities with their little chip, doing whatever the fuck they doing. And then all of a sudden, boom, the chariots show up, start zapping people. They're going to hear the sirens ringing out for nuclear. Take shelter, then you're going to be getting zapped. People are going to be getting zapped, buildings blown up. It's going to be, it's going to be an ending. It's going to be a hell of an ending.
And real quick, slop. Just to add on, Leviathan too, we can't, forget about Leviathan, you know what I'm saying? So it's going to be going down, man. You people got to deal with Leviathan, man. You got it, Aki.
God, it says, they shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be as flames. Behold, the day of Yahweh cometh cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners there out of it. Amos 9 and 10. All the sinners of my people shall be destroyed. So specifically, this is the judgment of our people. The final punishment. But the heathens are about to get. They're going to be rendered unto them double. This is the beginning of their judgment when the Lord returns. The beginning of their punishment. First and foremost, Esau Edom. Go ahead, though, brother.
I got a few for you, bro. Jeremiah 49 and verse 14. I'm starting verse 13. Verse 12. For thus saith the Lord, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken. And art thou that shall altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. So to back the brother Ash up, as we drunken of that cup of captivity, being enslaved Daniels 9 and 12 throughout all these different nations, there have not been done unto the nation of Israel. But you heathens have to taste of what it is to have the true rulers of the planet Earth over you, man. Starting off with the so-called Esau Edom, you have to drink of that cup. So as the brother opened up with this World War III, this is all the build up to the destruction of the biblical red Hebrew Edomites, man. And it's starting with you guys taking yourself out in this Third World War. All right, meeting the Lord Yahushua, who is that coming from Basra. All right, 2/3 giving you hell out here in Babylon. All right, and the elect getting that spiritual power that was promised to them. All right, the Ruach Kodash. Okay, and you getting eradicated, man. You got something? Go ahead,
Nah, keep going.
Okay, come. Verse 13. For I have sworn by myself, saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, that Basra shall become a desolation, and a reproach, a waste, and a curse, and all the cities thereof shall be perpetually waste.
talking about America, right? That we read in Isaiah 13, going to make the whole land desolate. That's Basra, a chief city of Edom, which
That's
this
right.
is their Esau's golden. This is his cash cow, so to say, his prized possession. This is where he's not only because Esau, he's not stupid. Yeah, he don't care about money. He prints the money. I'm talking about the elites, the niggas that actually call shots, not Bob.
Right.
Boss. I'm talking about the elites, the ones that actually matter in this whole scenario we're talking about. The elites of Edom, or the elect of Edom, right? The ones that are ordained to survive the nuclear destruction, so they can go into the chains, right? But their real main goal was not to get rich. They're already rich. They're ones, again, they own the banks. Their real goal was to get Jake, get you niggas in spics, and and they did it through slavery, and then they took the shackles off, told you were free, and gave you a social security number.
Mm-hmm.
Now the next thing they want to do is put a chip in you.
Mm-hmm.
So there's total control. They want to monitor you like they're your God. They want you to bend the knee to them and worship them as if they're your power.
Right.
That's what they truly want. The average Edomite don't know what's going on. He's gonna actually fall for it as well. Esau don't care about his own people. Who do you think he cares about you?
Right. Verse 14, I have heard a rumor from the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and an ambassador is sent unto the heathen, saying, gather ye together and come up against her and rise up to the battle. And going into this,
and that's why the Lord has set it up like this, that they at least did set up America, because that was how the image of the beast really was propagated to the four corners of the earth. Or, the Western nations, the UN, NATO, or not the UN, EU, right? The European nations. But really, the trendsetter, so to say, was America, that whore that rideth upon the beast. And that's why ultimately America's going to be wiped off the face of the earth. Because this is the most treacherous. This is Egypt, spiritual Egypt and Sodom.
Yeah. That's right. Verse 15, for lo, I will make thee small among the heathen and despised amongst men. Thy terribleness.
So he despised among all the nations now.
Yeah.
Hey, that's why he has to do so much censoring and shit. You can't talk about the small hat people. Or anytime you talk about them, that's the only people you can't talk about. Why is that? Because that's niggas that actually run the earth. They don't want you talking about them. But now the cat's out the bag. So that's why they're trying to control the narrative, set up a controlled opposition. Just because there's somebody on YouTube talking about things that we've been talked about, don't mean they're actually sincere. They could be set up at the end of the day. So how the hell are they able to continue on? We get canceled for saying one thing, and we only get 8 views. They getting millions of views, and we get a view video got canceled on our channel, but they got 800 million views, right, or 8,000 views, whatever. And they saying the same shit we saying. Come on, man.
Yeah. Verse 16, thy terribleness have deceived thee, and the pride of thine heart, O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, that holdest the height of the hill. Though thou shouldest make thy nest as the eagle, I will bring thee down from thence, saith Yahweh. All right, continuing on, verse 17. Also Edom shall be a desolation. Everyone that goeth by it shall be astonished, and shall hiss at all the plagues thereof. And that ultimate plague is this noisome pestilence, the thermonuclear destruction that we're going into. The Lord said in 2 Ezra 16, for strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow, man. The Lord is opening up his weaponry, man. You got it, Go ahead, I know you got something.
Yeah, I got that 2 Ezra 16. I was holding it.
Go
ahead and finish that, and then we'll go to that.
Yeah, for sure. I got one more precept, verse 18. As when the Lord overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighbor cities thereof, said the Lord, no man shall abide there, neither shall a son of man dwell in it. You got it up.
God, it's 2 Ezra 16. I'll start at the top. It says, verse 1, woe be unto thee, Babylon, which is America, and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. Gird up yourselves, with cloths of sack and hair. Bewail your children and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand.
Mm-hmm.
So this destruction is coming for everybody. In other words, because what this is going to be again, they had that saying, mutual assured destruction. Missiles are going to be flying. There's going to be places on the earth hit by nuclear missiles. Not every country is going to be hit with a nuclear missile, but worldwide missiles are going to be hitting, mainly here in America. But it's going to cause the earth to shake to and fro. It's, verse 3 says, a sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? Yeah, the sword of the Lord, the punishment of the Lord, which is Esau Edom. He's the Lord. The scriptures say the Lord created all things, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. What's the day of evil? When the missiles are, this nigga was specifically made, his whole purpose to be born as Jacob's brother, twin brother, was to ultimately come thousands of years later and create weapons of mass destruction. The only person ever to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Moabites didn't do it. Japheth didn't do it. Hamites didn't do it. Edom did it.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Art. Hey, keep going. I'm gonna answer this real quick. So what?
All right, Con, I got you. This is Jeremiah 50. I'm gonna start at verse 22, and it reads, "A sound of battle is in the land and of great destruction." And that's the point, which we've been going into with this World War III. The scriptures say, "Blow ye the trumpet, all right, in my holy mountain Zion, all right, and sound the alarm." So we're blowing the trumpet as it is written. All right, to cry ye aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice as a trumpet to what? Warn you, warn them from me. Okay. All right, so the sound of battle is starting off with us warning you Israelites here in Babylon the Great. Look, repent. All right, with what's coming is Yahushua in the kingdom of heaven, man. All right, so if you're not right, you're going to be, bro, you're going to be a part of that thermonuclear destruction or the chariots, all right, zapping you, man. All right. You got something you want to say, bro, real quick?
No, you keep reading, and then we'll go back to the second Ezra 16.
Con, verse 22.
Okay.
Jeremiah 50 and 23. You want me to bring that up?
What's up?
I said it's a few more verses if you want to just continue on what you got.
Okay, yeah, let me keep reading on here, and then we'll jump to where you got. The second Ezra 16 and verse 4 says, "A fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away?" Just like in ancient Egypt, right? Wisdom of Solomon, was it 17 goes into it. Dude, these plagues are coming back just like ancient Egypt, but it's not gonna be the same. Frogs, lice. At this time, it's judgments around the whole world, but mainly here in America. And the final plague, the ultimate plague, is gonna be them thermonuclear missiles in the chariots. All right. Verse 6, may any man drive away an hungry lion in the wood, or may anyone quench the fire in stubble when they have begun to burn. I mean, it's allegoric speaking, saying that you can't stop this fire.
That's right.
You can't put it out. There's no fire, just like a wildfire. They dump all the water they want, from helicopters, firemen come. They just gotta let it burn because it can't stop it. Verse 7, one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer. In this case, the archer is Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. The mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? A fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it? That was like ties to Isaiah 66 and 15, verse 16. He shall cast lightnings, and who shall not fear? That's talking about the being zapped by the chariots, man. He shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid? The Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence. What does it say? There was nothing to be perceived but smoke
and dust.
So you being beat to powder. Chariots zapping people, man. Verse 12, the earth quaketh, and the foundations thereof. The sea ariseth up with waves from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled, and the fishes thereof also before the Lord and before the glory of his power. Yeah, so when you read in the Old Testament, when the Lord would appear, the mountain, the mountain would shake, roughly paraphrasing, and people would tremble. Well, in this case, when the Lord returns, he's coming with the heavenly host, right? All the chariots, the armies of the Lord, and the missiles. Because like we read earlier, that's part of the host of the Lord.
That's right.
He mustereth up the host. Well, guess what? That's what's going to make the earth tremble. Literally, it said, the sea ariseth up with waves. What's that? It's called tsunamis. When these missiles hit and the earthquakes happen, there's going to be tsunamis, volcanic eruptions, all kind of so-called natural disasters. Verse 13, for strong is the right hand that bendeth the bow, his arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss, and they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. You read Joel chapter 2, it tells you they shall not miss their mark. All right. So the spirit of the Lord gonna be on these missiles to hit exactly where they need to go. There ain't gonna be no missile defense system to stop them. The missile defense system might shoot missiles on themselves. Who knows? We don't. But we one thing we do know is the angels can control them at any moment in time. So the missile defense systems are going to be rendered useless anyway. Verse 14, it says, "Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth." Going into how the missiles actually work, going up into the atmosphere and then they come back down and release the warheads. Verse 15, the fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consumes the foundation of the earth, like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returns not backward. Even so, the plagues that shall be sent upon earth shall not return again. And the ultimate plagues are the missiles, man.
Right.
That's going to plague the earth, just like the locust was a plague in Egypt. Well, the missiles will be a plague in Egypt. How about the final plague? Well, instead of locusts, right, filling the skies, it's going to be missiles and chariots filling the skies, man. Put that in your crack pipe and smoke it.
Yep, time. This is Jeremiah 50 and verse 23. It says, how is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? All right, and that hammer is America. All right, and it reads, how is Babylon become a desolation among the nation? And that's what we're witnessing. That the desolation, which the elders go into a lot, is starting inwardly. Man, this place is decaying from the inside out. All right, the infrastructure of this place, man. All right, which the scriptures prophesy that they shall build, but I will throw down. All right, but everything is trash here in Babylon the Great, man. So how much more when the Lord physically overthrow this place with thermonuclear destruction? It reads, I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou was not aware. And that ultimate snare is like the brother said earlier throughout the lesson, was everybody got missiles now, man. Let the weak say I am strong. All right, here it is. You threaten the world with your nuclear capable, but the Lord, thou fool said it all together that what? He was with him. The scripture say, thou thought all together that I was with you. You see? But Isaiah 54 says the smith and the waster to destroy are the Lord's. The deceive and the deceiver are his. All right, so there was a time for you to reach your peak of wickedness, and then the Lord will reveal who this devil was, that golden cup in the Lord's hand. And now these nations are coming off of that drunken state that they were once under, man. And now they're coming back to their senses that you are the devil that the Bible speaks of.
Yeah. They're waking up the next morning and saying they got raped. They got raped, man. Even though they enjoyed the night, the next morning, bitch don't feel good the next morning. She say you raped her. Well, that's what these nations are doing. They say, we drank of the wine, but now the nations are mad, like brothers alluding to. So it's America's finished. Esau's finished. The only people that want to agree with him are the people that are going to die with him. Okay, so we're not swayed by these people. The average American has really nothing to say. We don't want to hear them anyway. They're lost. They're confused. So they're going to eat a missile at the end of the day. They're going to look up, see the men of the Lord getting beamed up, and then slowly and surely get tormented in front of the Lamb and the angels, which is Yahushua and his elect and all of his heavenly host. Because what the Lord is going to beam the elect up, so we get Lord's will be part of that number. We're going to get to watch you people burn up, get crushed, over easy, or what they call well done.
Yeah. One more scripture, Jeremiah 50 and verse 25, and it reads, the Lord hath opened his armory and have brought forth the weapons of his indignation For this is the work of the Lord, power of hosts, in the land of the Chaldees. And we know that modern Chaldea is here in Babylon the Great. These are all coded, for the elect to receive spiritual Sodom and Egypt, spiritual Nineveh. All right, Babylon the Great. Nahum, the 3rd chapter, goes into the mysteries. All right, that selleth nations by her whoredom. All right, so these are all coded for America, man. And the Lord said, this is His work. This is His weapon. All right, and Proverbs 21 says the king's heart is in the hands of the Lord. So ultimately, you're just doing the will of the Lord to bring your own destruction. As the brother quoted Proverbs 16, the Lord made all things for Himself, even the wicked for the day of evil. So you have a purpose, just like we have a purpose. The Lord's will, our purpose is to overcome. You got it lock in.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty much all I had. You got
Likewise.
You close out then, brother.
Hey, Lord's will, edifying to the elect. Babylon the Great is on his way out of here, according to biblical prophecy. And Lord's will, we're part of the elect. And this was edifying to the sincere Akim Wak Wak. Want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Qadash. Double honors to the head apostles, elders of great millstone that taught us His truth and do it well. Peace, love, and salutations to the Zakorni Wa Achim. Shalom to the elect.
So,